All right, let us head to the world of bare knuckle boxing. Miami, Florida is becoming the hub for speedy, record breaking knockouts. We have Jorge Masvidal, fastest knockout in UFC history. And this man joining me right now, Uly Diaz, not only has the fastest knockout in BKFC history, but I believe he now owns the fastest knockout in combat sports history. 3 seconds, did so at BKFC 14 a couple weeks ago. Uly, good to have you here, man. Congratulations on the success. How are you, sir?
I'm doing great, brother, man. Thank you so much, Mike, for this opportunity. It's truly appreciated. And yeah, we got the fastest knockout in combat sports history. We're waiting on Guinness to put it down in the books.
Unbelievable. 39 years of age and you're shattering like all these crazy records. How does that feel right now?
Man, it's unbelievable. It's amazing. I like, I always tell people there was a lot of hard work put behind those 3 seconds, a lot of hard work behind that. And it came to fruition, man. We manifested that moment.
So it's been a couple weeks since the KO went down. We're recording this on a Friday, so I believe it's like 2 weeks to the day. And the finish, I mean, that thing went viral. It was absolutely everywhere. Every major combat sports website was featuring the video of the knockout somewhere. But what has life been like for you since that knockout?
You know what? Those 3 seconds changed my life, Mike. I've been on every major publication from People Magazine to TMZ. Hulk Hogan reached out and told me he was a fan. It's been amazing. It's been unbelievable. Really a dream come true, brother.
Hulk Hogan reached out to you?
Yeah, my girlfriend, her name is Ashley. She wrestles for WWE. He reached out on her page and told her, Ashley, tell your man I'm a fan. To keep working and keep and stay focused and keep his hands up.
Who's your girlfriend?
My girlfriend's name is Ashley. Her name on WWE is Dana Brooke.
Oh, okay, all right. Now everything kind of makes sense.
Right,
In
right,
terms of
right.
what's up. So let me ask you this, because I've watched this finish a bunch of times now, and maybe it's just me, Uly. I thought you got hosed. I thought you got hosed a little bit, and I understand 3 seconds is a nice round number, but that knockout, it should have probably been like 2.2 seconds, if we're being honest. I thought you got hosed, honestly.
Yeah, I agree with you. I've actually called the Florida State Commission, and I'm in contact with BKFC, who's in contact with Guinness Book of World Records, and they're gonna review it. And from what I hear, they're bringing it down to 2 seconds.
The 2 seconds?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, because by the time you put the clock on 3, you're like already on top of the. You're
Yeah,
already like celebrating the win.
I'm on the other side of the fence already.
So now it's gonna go down to 2 seconds. It's right around there. I was like, oh, is this 2 seconds or is it like 2.25? I wasn't really sure, but it definitely wasn't
But
3.
the official rules is from the starting bell to when the referee stops it. So if you notice, whoever's on the bell that night was late because the referee says knuckle up. I throw a jab and then I throw my overhand right as the bell's ringing. So from the bell rings to the referee stops it, it's really from 1.5 to 2 seconds, maybe tops. So yeah, we're working out with Guinness right now as we speak.
It's so wild, man. It's been a crazy year for you, hasn't it? I mean, you went into the world of MMA this past December. You got a quick finish there. BKFC this year. What has it been like at 39 years young, exploring all these different avenues in the combat sports world?
Man, you know what? Honestly, life has been amazing. And I don't want to brag because I know a lot of people have a hard time through this COVID thing, but I like to tell people I like to see the positive in everything and try to make the positive in everything. So I've had a great I've been had COVID for me has been great because I've been able to build a gym in my backyard. I got a ring set up in my backyard. I set up bags. I'm blessed enough that my coach lives on the other side of the block from me. So we have not stopped working all through this COVID. I have not stopped running. I have not stopped training. I've kept my diet up. And like I said, it's a lot of hard work behind those 3 seconds. So when my time came in that ring 2 Fridays ago, I worked very hard up until that moment.
But even before COVID, you've been super busy.
Yes,
The Titan FC experience. What was that like for you? Because I remember one of the PR reps reached out to me and told me your story. He said that you're a pro boxer heading into the world. So I got to do a little research on you back then. But what was that whole experience like for you? Because a lot of people see the boxing record, but they don't realize that you have jiu-jitsu experience, you have grappling experience. You're not just a boxer. What was that all like for you?
That was absolutely awesome, man. I take my hat off to all the MMA guys because it's not easy. I was in the gym from 11 o'clock in the morning all the way to 8 p.m. every day for 2 months leading up to that fight. I was training with Yoel Romero. I had an awesome team around me. It was amazing. And people ask me, are you planning to do MMA again? And right now it's not on my sights just because it takes so much time out of your day, and I have kids. And you can't even you don't even have time to go cash your check at the bank when you're doing MMA. You know what I mean? So as of right now, I see my home being in bare knuckle boxing for the near future. Especially after this knockout, I know we're gonna do something big coming up. I don't have anything planned as of yet with them, nothing on paper, but I know it's coming up soon.
So MMA, at least for the time being, out. What about like regular boxing? Is that possible? Maybe even get a grappling match or two in there. Is that possible as well?
I definitely want to do a grappling match. I've seen a New Breed has reached out to me for a couple of matches. I think something at the beginning of the year. I would like to stay active. I love grappling. And as for boxing, yeah, I have the Intercontinental. It's called National Boxing Association Intercontinental Championship belt for a cruiserweight. I've been talking to them. They want to give me a world title shot. So we're just looking for a date on that. And as of right now, boxing's been a little bit slow when it comes to because of the whole COVID thing. So I'm just waiting on the right opportunity, the right time, and I'm training my butt off and staying in shape.
By the time this drops, it'll probably be over. But like I said, we're recording on a Friday, the day before Mike Tyson versus Roy Jones goes down. As a guy in the sport, just hearing those two names in 2020, it's got to be ringing some bells, bringing you back a little bit. I mean, the rule set, it's kind of crazy. No one really knows what the hell's going on, but still, like seeing Tyson and Jones in a ring in 2020, it's got to be pretty cool for you to see.
Yeah, like you said, I'm 39. I'm an 80s baby. I'm a huge Mike Tyson fan since day one, but I'm also a huge Roy Jones Jr. fan because he's a Florida guy too. I've always loved him. I actually saw Roy Jones fight back in 2002. I saw him fight live in Miami. I'm a huge fan of both of them. People have been asking me to call that fight. It's hard to say for me, man. They're both spectacular fighters. The rules, I just kind of, I heard about the rules kind of yesterday. I was listening to Joe Rogan. He was saying something about like it's 2-minute rounds, 8 rounds, something about cuts, no knockouts. I don't know. I don't really know how the rules go, but it's hard to call, man. I'm in the middle on this one. I'm sitting back as a fan and I want to watch the fight.
Prime Tyson versus Prime Jones, regular fight, 99, 2000 in that neck of the woods. Who wins?
I gotta go with Mike Tyson, man. Mike Tyson, just a dangerous guy, man. Nobody wants to be on the end of that at the end of that punch.
That'd be a really interesting matchup because Jones is so sound defensively. It's crazy, making you miss and make you pay for it. So I wonder if like that ever got to the 4th round or something, like what that fight would look like.
Well, listen to this. So my coach, his name is Orlando Cuellar, Hall of Famer. He was Glenn Johnson's coach when Glenn Johnson knocked out Roy Jones Jr. I don't know if you remember that fight.
Yeah.
Johnson went into that fight as a huge underdog, and he ended up knocking Roy Jones out, man. So that's my coach right now. So, I'm a fan of both of them, but you put it back in time when those guys were in their prime, and I've had to go with Mike.
Well, you're aligning yourself seemingly with the right people here. You got the coaches. Now you're under new representation. You're now with first round management. Abe and Malky, very excited to have you join the roster. We saw your girlfriend, a.k.a. Dana Brooke from the WWE, also joining the roster. How did this all come to be?
Well, Ben, it's been, I know Malky for a long time. We went to the same high school together. We've been friends. He's a great guy. He's been trying to get me over with them for a while. I just been trying to get my career to a place where I need, that management. And it was, I was working with some other guys that are great friends of mine too. But once this 3 second, so nobody saw this 3-second knockout coming, if you look back on tape, I called this a week before. I said I was going to have a record-breaking knockout. But, honestly, nobody saw it coming. So now after the fact, I really took a deep look at my career and what I need to be done and how, at my age and everything, I feel great, but the window of opportunity is small and it's closing. So I had to get with the right team, and Malky and Abe are absolutely the right team. Those guys got the best in the world, and again, we have a close relationship already, so that made it even easier for us.
That's awesome, man. So I assume everything worked out great, just the way you wanted it, and who knew? You probably expected something like this to happen 5 years ago, and now look at you, 39, and it seems like your career is starting all over again. It's like a refresh.
It is. It really is, Mike. I feel like a kid, brother. I wake up every day motivated. This is put up. I always did, and I always did what I needed to do, my running and my training. But now this put a new fire up under my butt, and I wake up every day just can't wait for my next one, man.
So what advice would you give to people at this point? I mean, you're coming along. I mean, you have a very impressive boxing record. You're doing all these different things. 2020 has slowed things down, but you've seemed to have taken advantage of the time. But, for those just getting into the combat sports world, whether it be boxing or MMA or even in the world of bare knuckle, for those who are facing some adversity right now and they're not really sure what to do, what advice should you give those folks?
Listen, man. One thing I tell myself every day is it's never too late to be what you want to be. That's for sure. And stay consistent. Consistency over time equals success. Now, I'm not successful where I want to be yet, but I'm on my way there because I stay consistent daily, day in, day out, good days, bad days. No matter what stays, no matter what comes in my way, I stay consistent with my job, which is training, and good things happen, brother.
So after the win, you called out Thiago Alves, former UFC title challenger. Pretty good name to call it after you do something special like that. You said you got some big plans, nothing in the books yet, but do you see that as a possibility? Like, do you see that fight happening, or do you think you might need another win or two?
I see that fight happening. Really, if I need another win or two, I think that's up to BKFC. I'm not sure what they want to do. I think me and Thiago, it'd be a great fight, especially back down in Miami. So, I mean, I know it's being talked about for sure. I don't know how close it'll be. I don't know if they want me to do one more fight before I see him. I respect Thiago Alves, man. I've seen his career from the beginning. I'm a fan of his. It'd be an honor and a pleasure to fight him, man. Especially for a belt in BKFC. For us to be the first light heavyweight champion, for me to be the first light heavyweight champion against him would be amazing.
Put you on that Super Bowl weekend card. I think Paige is making her debut on that one, Paige Van Zandt. So there you go, right?
Yes, sir. That's what we're going for.
You're going for that February card?
Oh, you know your business, brother.
I got my finger on the pulse a little bit, man. I got my finger on the pulse a little bit. Well, listen, this is an incredible story. 3 seconds, should be 2. Hopefully that gets changed and it's done correctly. But I'm glad we're able to do this, man. Congratulations on all the success. Congratulations on signing with the new management team. Looking forward to hopefully seeing you back in the bare knuckle cage. Hopefully in February, but we'll see how it all plays out. But enjoy it, man. Enjoy the holidays, and we'll talk soon.
Mr. Michael Heck, thank you so much, man. I appreciate the opportunity, and I look forward to speaking to you soon.